What's going on, everybody? What's going on? Sorry, I gotta get my screen set up here. Don't want to work right today, so give me just a few minutes. Got it. All right, so let's see. Tonight's podcast. Thank you. Let me start off. Thank you for tuning in to Night Talk with Teresa. Tonight's podcast is, sometimes I like to read books. So I'm reading a book now called Attitude is Everything 10 Life Changing Steps to Turning Attitude into Action. And it is by Keith Harrell. So if you want to read it, you can. But the very first thing that everybody needs to understand is your attitude today determines your success tomorrow. So I don't know if sometimes we forget about that. I know it's so much going on in the world right now that it's so much negativity that can affect us all. And trying to keep a positive attitude can be so hard to do. But reading this book is supposed to help you to overcome that. And for you guys that don't know me, one of the things that I like to do is whenever I feel like things are going sideways or I feel like I need to be negative or things are going to be negative, I like to laugh. So I laugh all the time. I try to make the funniest shit. I mean, I just think about all the funniest shit that I can possibly think of in a lot of situations because I'd rather be funny than to be negative. So that's what I try to do. But one of the things, there's a couple things that I read out of this book, and one of the things that he said is attitude is the foundation and support of everything that we do. And this is a key element in the process of controlling your destiny and achieving mastery in your personal and professional life. So I don't know, have you ever been around somebody who's negative all the time and you just look at them and you go, I can't take this shit no more. If this person continues to be negative to me, I'm gonna knock them out. But you can't do that. So what you try to do is you try to turn the situation around. And for people who you don't know, or let's say for instance you're sitting somewhere or you're working with somebody and the first thing that you find out is all they want to talk about is the negatives and stuff. So the very first time that you meet somebody, the first thing that people will remember is your attitude. If you got a raggedy attitude or you just, whoa, look at that person, snarl your nose up at people. Anybody trying to be around that? I'm not trying to be around that. I don't like to be around fake people. I've said this before. I don't like to be around people who are negative all the time. Woe is me. Woe is everybody. Shit, we move on. We do what we got to do to make it. That's how you keep going. But what people need to remember is that the most valuable asset you can possess is a positive attitude toward your life. If you have a negative attitude, what is the saying? A negative attitude results in a negative life. A positive attitude results in a positive life. We've had people pass away. We've had people do things to us that we never thought would happen to us. And we just keep moving on. But if we dwell on it all the time, it takes a toll on you. And I'm sorry, but I'm getting ready to turn 53 this year. And I sure as hell hope to hell that I don't look 53. Because I don't allow negativity to take over. Yeah, I might have days when I'm in that negative mode, but I try not to focus on it too much. I try to move on from it. So your attitude is often one of the first things that people notice about you. Like we said, if I pull up beside somebody and all they want to do is talk negative, I'm going to say, oh, I got somewhere I got to go. I'm not going to stay with them. I don't want nothing to do with them. So back to the book. one of the things that he talks about is understand the power of your attitude. And you will learn to recognize that you can control your destiny by learning how to stay positive even in the most challenging things. So he shows you 4 things to help you. So if you want to learn those 4 things, you got to check in on my next podcast, because I'm going to continue this on with next. It won't be next week because I got to be out of town for business, but it'll be the following week. So helping you to get positive is a positive thing. So that's how I feel. The second thing that he talks about is choose to take charge of your life. So what he does in this book is he looks at the power of choice, how your choices determine your happiness and affect your success. So you got to choose to make that choice. You can't expect other people to make you happy. You have to choose to make yourself happy. You have to choose to be positive. So that's what you have to do. The third thing is identify through self-awareness the attitudes that hold you back or propel you forward. So you will learn in his book 3 types of bad attitudes. And again, I'm going to go over these in the next couple of podcasts that I have. So we will dwell on that. Step 4 is refrain your bad attitude. An attitude of anger can be transformed into an attitude of gratitude and forgiveness by shifting your perspective. So you might be mad as hell. I know I can get mad as hell. Man, when people know when I'm mad as hell, I don't say shit. I will sit back and be like, okay. If it's a dude I'm dealing with, I'll say, this motherfucker just don't know who the fuck he fucking with. That's what I say. But if it's a female that's pissed me off, I usually breathe and then I say, I gotta go. I gotta go because I don't want to deal with that person. But he will teach us how to do that, how to recognize and rid yourself of debilitating attitude by identifying the 3 P's that cause a bad attitude. So we're going to learn about that. Step 5 is find your purpose and your passion. Man, it's funny that this came up because in my job today, my director was actually educating us on purpose and passion. And it's amazing how all this the universe is amazing. But once you've determined what has been holding you back, it's time to look ahead and analyze where you want to go. So it's always good. You will put more effort into something that you're more passionate about than something that you're not. So, trying to find what your passion is a very, that's the thing that's hard for people. My passion, I have to believe, is influencing other people. I want to influence other people. That's why I would not mind standing in front of thousands of people and trying to talk about experiences or ways that I've overcome shit. But it would just be me not even focusing on the fact that it's thousands of people. It would just be me saying what I feel in my heart. Okay? But that's just me. Step 6 is be preactive. So in that step, we learn how to prepare ourselves for those times when challenging circumstances threaten to provoke negative attitudes that can hinder our plans and throw us off course en route to our goals and our dreams. So in this book man, how many times have we let things deter us? Because we're just like, fuck it, I don't give a shit anymore. It's not going to work. I'm not going to do it. No, we've got to overcome that. We've got to learn how to deal with that and say, it's going to be okay. Let me keep on moving. So that we're going to go over in the next couple podcasts. Next, number 7, discover how to motivate yourself. Let me tell y'all something about that. Again, if y'all haven't listened to previous podcasts, I exercise. My goal is 4 to 5 days a week. It used to be 6, 7 days a week, but in actuality, that was a goal that was hard for me to do because on weekends I have shit I gotta do. So I narrowed it down to just be 4 to 5 days a week. But motivating myself to do it is the hardest part of it because there are days when I say I really don't feel like it, but because that's a goal for me, I motivate myself to do it. So what he is going to do in this book is he will give us the keys to self-motivation because he has an attitude toolkit, affirmations, visualization, attitude talk, positive greetings, enthusiasm, spiritual empowerment, humor, and exercise. So he's going to teach us all that. I'm really excited to delve into this book because, I'm trying to write my own book, but I also want to read this book. So I don't know when I'm going to have the time to do it. But again, motivation is motivation. All right. Step 8, build supportive relationships. So one thing that everybody you got to remember is you need support. You can't do nothing by yourself. You got to have somebody supporting you, pushing you on. So he's going to help us put together our A team, which is those people who will help you fight off negative attitudes and build positive ones. I'm one of those people that if you need somebody to push you, I'm one of those people. Anybody that's ever worked for me, anybody that's ever been with me, Teresa gonna push you to be the best you can be. You might not like her pushing you, but she gonna push you. And if I was a trainer or something like that, and I was training people to work out with me, I'd be like, nope, we got 10 more minutes to go. So I'm a pusher. But I do it because I know that you need that motivation. I know you need that push. And that's just how I am. All right. Step 9. See change as an opportunity. Every day we wake up, something changes. I don't know any days of my life that it has been the constant same thing. So one of the greatest challenges to a positive attitude is change. Whether it's a change of jobs, a change in a relationship, or a change in our economic status. Man, I don't know about y'all, but I think with eggs and everything else going up, we're all facing economic challenges, and we're praying to God that He shows us the way to go so that we can make ends meet. I know for me, I'm tired of living paycheck to paycheck, but until things open up for me, that's the way life is for me. So I try to stay positive. I try not to dwell on it, and that's how it is. All right, step 10, leave a lasting legacy. Sometimes we forget that the greatest thing we can do to build a healthy attitude is to get involved in something greater than ourselves. For me, I work with, well, I don't really work with, I have a networking collaborative with somebody, and we try to do things, it's not all about us. We don't try to do things all about us. It's called All About Our Business. And what we do is we give back to the community. And I want to be remembered for the person who not only thought about ways she can make money, but ways she can give back. So that's what my legacy is. So what he's going to teach us in this book is the benefit of planting positive seeds. Seeds of hope, encouragement, faith, and love. We all need that all the time. So follow, listen in. Like I said, next week I will not be doing my podcast because guess what? Teresa's going to be in Vegas for business. Watch out, Vegas, because Teresa's on her way. But the following Tuesday, we will start with step 1. And step 1, again, was attitude is everything. So we'll go from there and we'll work on our ways all the way down. So if I can help you, that's what my goal is. I really feel like that's the only way people can make it is by getting help. And if you're listening to this podcast, I hope that I'm helping you in some way at all. So, that's it for me tonight. I've got to make some strawberry. Actually, it is strawberry infused. It's strawberries with infused liquor. I'm going to put in liquor in it. And then I'm going to take some Star Crunch stuff and put it around. But I'm working on that tonight before I go to bed. Really excited about that because I like to do little crafty things like that. But tune in with me in 2 weeks. We will go over step 1, attitude is everything, and we will work through this book. If you want to get ahead of it, like I said, the name of the book is Attitude is Everything, 10 Life-Changing Steps to Turning Attitude into Action by Keith Harrell. If you can, read the book. If you want to get in on this podcast with me, feel free. Reach out. I'll call you. We can be on this together. It doesn't matter. I'm cool with that. I like to have people on with me. So let me know. Hit me up. Again, this is on the Cinco Vids YouTube channel. If you're not on YouTube, it is on Anchor. It is on Spotify, and it's also on Apple. So you can find my night talk with Teresa on all of those. And thank you again for tuning in. I hope you have a wonderful night. I'll see y'all in February. Good night.